Hello and welcome back to ROADTRIpVIA, the once-a-day road trip trivia quiz. Today is day 53 of the 365-day trivia road trip. This is a year full of 21-question random trivia quizzes. These quizzes have 20 questions up front, and then at the end of the video, there's a question 21 tiebreaker if you need to stick around for that. Thank you guys for watching, and good luck on today's quiz. Question number 1. There are two main types of camels. Dromedary camels have one hump and are found in Africa and the Middle East. What is the name for the type of camel that has two humps and is typically found in the Gobi Desert of Mongolia and China? The answer is Bactrian camels. Question number 2. In the popular TV show, Johnny Rose and his family lose everything to a shady business manager and are forced to move to what titular town that he had originally purchased as a joke for his son and was now their last remaining asset? Johnny Rose was played by Eugene Levy. That TV show was Schitt's Creek. Question number 3. On May 29th of 1953, Sherpa mountaineer Tenzing Norgay, along with what New Zealand explorer, became the first climbers confirmed to have reached the summit of Mount Everest? The answer is Edmund Hillary, Sir Edmund Hillary. Question number 4. The central utilitarian character in what 1854 Charles Dickens novel is Thomas Gradgrind, a school board superintendent and father who forces the children under his mandate to memorize facts and statistics? Thomas Gradgrind was a character in Hard Times. Question number 5. What is the name for the sour soup common in Eastern Europe, Russia, and Northern Asia, made with beetroots as one of the main ingredients, which gives the dish its distinctive red color? That beet soup is known as borscht. Question number 6. Before Mark Zuckerberg created Facebook in 2004 and Jack Dorsey and his team created Twitter in 2006, what was the name of the man who created the social media website MySpace in 2003? You can probably picture his profile picture. His name was Tom Anderson. Question number 7. An American folk hero, what steel-driven man for the railroad challenged a steam hammer in a race that he won, only to die in victory with a hammer in his hand as his heart gave out from stress? What was the name of this steel-driven man? The answer is John Henry. Question number 8. The first woman in history recorded as laughing did so when, as a 90-year-old childless woman, she was told she would soon bear a son to her husband Abraham. What was the name of this mother of Isaac in the Bible? The answer is Sarah. Question number 9. In Greek mythology, she was represented as a small winged figure carried in the hand by Zeus or Athena. Today, she is more associated with feet. What is the name of this goddess of victory, born of the river Styx? This goddess of victory was Nike. Question number 10. In 1949, the sign was changed to look like the Tinseltown landmark that we know today. But from the time it was erected in 1923 until the change in 1949, what was the original wording of the Hollywood sign? Originally, that sign said Hollywood Land. Question number 11. The unit of electromotive force was derived from his name and coined in 1881. What man came up with the first true battery and was able to store and produce a continuous, steady current of electricity as well as retain most of its power even when not in use over time? The first true battery was built by Alessandro Volta. Question number 12. What one-word title has universally been given to the William Wordsworth flowery poem that is actually untitled, although it is sometimes listed by its first line, "I wandered lonely as a cloud"? So it's actually untitled. Sometimes they call it by the first line, and sometimes they call it Daffodils. Question 13. Dance partners for 10 films, 9 of them in black and white. What male-female dancing duo was first paired together in the 1933 movie Flying Down to Rio, and were top box office draws for the next decade? Flying Down to Rio starred Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers. Question 14. While normally it only appears to be just a regular piece of parchment, in J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter stories, what are the secret words that are said to activate the magical Marauder's Map? In order to activate the Marauder's Map, you must say, "I solemnly swear that I am up to no good." Question 15. In the 2012 and 2015 Pitch Perfect movies, what was the name of the a cappella singing group that Becca, Fat Amy, Chloe, and Aubrey are in that reunites in the 2017 movie for one last overseas singing competition? They are the Barden Bellas, or just the Bellas. Question 16. Originally developed as a licensed game version of Jean-Claude Van Damme's movie Bloodsport, after the licensing deal fell through, what game was retitled and released independently? I'll give you a hint, it's a very popular game. Now it is called Mortal Kombat. Question 17. While the UK's Prime Minister looks over what happens inside the Parliament building, formerly known as the Palace of Westminster, looks over what river that runs through London? The answer is the River Thames. Question number 18. Erected in honor of his first voyage to the Americas, the almost 200-foot-tall Columbus Monument in Barcelona, Spain, serves as a reminder that Christopher Columbus reported to what queen and king after his first trip to the new continent? He reported back to Ferdinand and Isabella. Question 19. Often associated with pirates and privateers, what firearm is considered to be an early predecessor of the modern shotgun, with similar military and defensive use, and was effective only at short range, lacking accuracy at long distances? What did they call that very famous pirate gun? It was known as a blunderbuss. Question 20. Burned at the stake in front of Notre Dame in 1314, Jacques de Molay was the last Grand Master of the Poor Fellow Soldiers of Christ, the Catholic military order better known by what name? Better known as the Knights Templar. Alright, that is it for today. Thank you for watching today's episode of ROADTRIpVIA. Check back tomorrow. We'll be on to day 54 of the 365-day trivia road trip. If you want, you can follow us along on Instagram and Facebook. We're also on Twitter. I just don't post there very much. If you're not subscribed to the channel on YouTube, you can do that. If you enjoy this type of read out loud, non-multiple choice, like classic trivia, that's what we do. We've got over 1,000 episodes. Feel free to subscribe and join us as we finish up the 365-day trivia road trip this year. All right, question 21, the tiebreaker for today. Ronald Reagan was born on February 6th in the same year that the United States Army formally adopted the Colt government pistol as its standard sidearm. What year was it? The year Ronald Reagan was born and the year the U.S. Army adopted the Colt government pistol. If you know that the Colt government pistol is the 1911, then you'll know that the year was 1911. Whichever player got closest wins the point, and if it was a tie, wins the round. See you tomorrow.